Welcome to today's Blueprint News. In this video, we bring you the latest seat projection update from 338 Canada, reflecting the evolving political landscape as of March 9th, 2025. With the federal election approaching, the race is intensifying across all 343 districts, and key battleground regions are witnessing major shifts. We'll break down the projections region by region, analyzing what they mean for the major parties and how they could shape the upcoming election. Let's dive in. Atlantic Canada, home to 32 federal districts, is once again a crucial battleground in the upcoming election. With shifting political tides, let's take a closer look at where things stand. The latest projections show the Liberal Party in a commanding position, currently holding 25 seats, a significant gain compared to past elections. However, their actual range remains between 15 and 28 seats, meaning there's still uncertainty in some key ridings. The Liberals have long dominated this region, with strongholds in Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, and key parts of Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. But will they maintain this lead, or will voter sentiment shift? On the other hand, the Conservative Party is facing a challenge. They currently hold 7 seats, but their range varies widely between 4 and 17 seats, suggesting both risks and opportunities for gains. With concerns over economic policies and affordability, the Conservatives are pushing hard to win over undecided voters. Their strategy, targeting rural areas and leveraging dissatisfaction with Liberal governance. Meanwhile, the NDP and Green Party are struggling to make an impact in Atlantic Canada. Projections currently show 0 seats for both parties, reflecting the region's historical two-party dominance. However, could a late campaign surge change the game? With the election just around the corner, the battle for Atlantic Canada is far from over. The Liberals may have the edge, but with polling ranges showing room for change, surprises could still be in store. Quebec, Canada's second largest province, is once again at the heart of the political battle. With 78 federal districts, the competition is intense. Let's break down the latest seat projections. Leading the race is the Liberal Party, currently projected to secure 36 seats. Their expected range? Between 30 and 40 seats, showing they still have a strong base in Quebec, but with room for both gains and losses. Montreal remains a Liberal stronghold, while key battlegrounds in the suburbs could determine whether they hold or expand their influence. Close behind, the Bloc Québécois is proving to be a formidable force, projected at 28 seats with a possible range of 23 to 35. They remain dominant in rural and nationalist-leaning areas, positioning themselves as Quebec's voice in Ottawa. If Bloc gains momentum, they could challenge the Liberals for the top spot. But will they succeed in winning over undecided voters? The Conservative Party is making strides, holding 13 seats, with a projection range of 10 to 15. Their support is concentrated in the Quebec City region and some rural districts, where economic concerns and opposition to Liberal policies are driving voter sentiment. Can the Conservatives build on this momentum, or will they hit a ceiling in Quebec? Meanwhile, the New Democratic Party is struggling to gain traction, projected to win just 1 seat with no variation in range. Once a rising force in Quebec, the NDP has seen its support decline in recent years. Will they manage to hold on to their lone seat? Or could this be the election where Quebec goes entirely NDP free? With the election fast approaching, Quebec remains one of the most unpredictable battlegrounds. The Liberals and Bloc Québécois are locked in a fierce fight, while the Conservatives hope to make gains and the NDP struggles to stay relevant. Ontario, the political powerhouse of Canada, with 122 federal districts, this province is the ultimate battleground, and right now it's shaping up to be a dead heat. The Liberal Party, once the dominant force in Ontario, is now in a tight race. They're currently projected to win 59 seats, but their range swings dramatically between 38 and 81, signaling both risks and opportunities for Justin Trudeau's party. While the Liberals remain strong in Toronto and surrounding suburbs, their grip on key battlegrounds is weakening. Will they hold their ground, or are they on the verge of a major collapse? Challenging the Liberals seat for seat is the Conservative Party, also projected at 59 seats. Their range, 37 to 81, matching the Liberals' potential, meaning this race could swing either way. The Conservatives are surging in the GTA suburbs, rural Ontario, and parts of the Southwest, capitalizing on economic concerns, cost of living issues, and voter fatigue with the Liberals. Could this be the election where the Conservatives finally break through and dominate Ontario? Meanwhile, the New Democratic Party is struggling to gain ground, projected to win just 3 seats with a narrow range of 1 to 5. Traditionally strong in parts of Toronto and Northern Ontario, the NDP is fighting to stay relevant in this high-stakes election. Can Jagmeet Singh's party secure more seats, or are they being squeezed out by the Liberals and Conservatives? For the Green Party, the fight is on to hold on to their lone seat, currently projected at 1, with a range of 0 to 2. Will they manage to keep their foothold in Ontario, or will this be a tough election for them? With Ontario shaping up to be a neck-and-neck battle, every riding matters. The Liberals and Conservatives are locked in a fight for dominance, while the NDP and Greens struggle to make an impact. The Prairies, home to 28 federal districts, has long been a Conservative stronghold. But this election, things are shifting. Let's break down the latest projections. The Conservative Party remains the dominant force, projected to win 19 seats. However, their range of 18 to 22 suggests they could lose some ground compared to past elections. Despite strong support in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and parts of Manitoba, the Conservatives face growing challenges in urban centers where opposition parties are making gains. The Liberal Party is seeing a slight surge, currently projected at 6 seats, with a possible range of 4 to 8. This signals a potential breakthrough in key ridings, particularly in Winnipeg and other urban areas. If the Liberals can expand their support, could they chip away at the Conservative dominance in the Prairies? The New Democratic Party is holding on, projected to win 3 seats with a range of 0 to 4. Their base remains in Edmonton and parts of Manitoba, where progressive voters are rallying around them. But will the NDP be able to maintain their presence, or could they be shut out completely in some regions? As for the Green Party, they are not currently projected to win any seats in the Prairies, with a range of 0 to 0. The Prairies remain largely blue, but the Liberals and NDP are making inroads in select ridings. Will this shift continue, or will the Conservatives strengthen their grip? Alberta, Canada's Conservative stronghold. With 37 federal districts, this province has been a blue fortress for decades. But are we seeing the first signs of change? Let's break down the latest projections. The Conservative Party remains the dominant force, projected to win 35 seats, with a range of 32 to 37, showing near total control of the province once again. From Calgary to rural Alberta, Pierre Poilievre's party is expected to hold its ground. But with the possibility of losing a few seats, could cracks be forming in their stronghold? The New Democratic Party is in the fight for survival, projected to win 1 seat with a possible range of 0 to 2. Their best chances are in downtown Edmonton, where progressive voters have historically backed them. But can they hold on, or will Alberta return to an all-Conservative sweep? The Liberal Party is struggling to gain ground, with just 1 seat projected and a range of 0 to 3. With fading support in Calgary and Edmonton, the Liberals face an uphill battle to retain even a foothold in Alberta. Could Justin Trudeau's party pull off an upset, or will this be another devastating result? As for the People's Party of Canada (PPC), they are not projected to win any seats, with a 0 to 0 range. While they have a vocal base in Alberta, their electoral impact remains limited. Alberta remains deep blue, but with small openings for the NDP and Liberals in key urban ridings. Will this trend continue, or will the Conservatives reclaim a full sweep? British Columbia, Canada's most unpredictable battleground. With 43 federal districts, the political landscape here is always shifting. And this election, the race is tighter than ever. Let's dive into the latest projections. Leading the pack is the Conservative Party, projected to win 23 seats, though the range of 19 to 30 suggests both risks and opportunities. They remain dominant in rural BC and the Fraser Valley, but are facing strong competition in urban areas like Vancouver and Victoria. Will they hold their ground, or could they lose key ridings? The Liberal Party is on the rise, with a projected 14 seats and a range of 8 to 19. They are making gains in Vancouver and its suburbs, where economic issues and climate policies are key voter concerns. If the Liberals continue this momentum, they could expand their presence in BC. But will it be enough to challenge the Conservatives? The New Democratic Party is fighting to stay relevant, projected at 5 seats with a range of 1 to 7. Once a dominant force in BC, the NDP is struggling to hold on to key ridings in the face of Liberal and Conservative challenges. Can they hold on to Vancouver Island and parts of the Lower Mainland, or are they at risk of further decline? The Green Party is still in the fight, projected to win 1 seat with a range of 0 to 2. Historically, they've found success on Vancouver Island, but with competition heating up, their survival is far from guaranteed. Could Elizabeth May and the Greens hold on to their stronghold, or will they be wiped out? British Columbia remains a three-way battleground, with the Conservatives leading, the Liberals gaining ground, and the NDP trying to stay afloat. With tight races across the province, anything can happen. Canada's territories, spanning the vast northern landscape with just 3 federal districts, but holding a unique and crucial role in this election. While often overlooked, these ridings could be closer than ever. Currently leading the projections is the Liberal Party, expected to win 2 seats with a possible range of 0 to 3. The Liberals have historically performed well in Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut, but nothing is guaranteed this time. Can they keep their stronghold, or will the race tighten? The New Democratic Party is also in contention, projected to win 1 seat with a range of 0 to 2. The NDP has a strong history in parts of the north, especially Nunavut, where issues like Indigenous rights, housing, and climate change play a significant role in voter decisions. Could this be a breakthrough moment for the NDP? For the Conservatives, the path to victory is uncertain. They are not currently projected to win any seats, but with a range of 0 to 2, they could make surprising gains if voter sentiment shifts. With growing concerns over economic opportunities and the cost of living, will the Conservatives manage to flip a riding in their favor? As for the Green Party, they are not projected to win any seats in the north, with a 0 to 0 range. The territories remain competitive, with the Liberals leading, the NDP close behind, and the Conservatives hoping for an upset. With only 3 seats in play, every single vote matters. That's all for now on the latest seat projections from 338 Canada. The Liberals and Conservatives are locked in a fierce contest. The Bloc Québécois continues to hold its ground in Quebec, and the NDP faces challenges in regaining lost support. Meanwhile, the Conservatives dominate in Alberta and the Prairies, but encounter resistance in Atlantic Canada and British Columbia. Stay tuned to today's Blueprint News for more updates. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest political insights.